Guys, we're live. We're making tacos today. I'm gonna wait a little longer for some people to hop on, but once you join, we're gonna get cooking. Let's see. Let me know when people start to come on. My mom's here cooking with me. She's the best videographer.
Well, I don't know about that, but
Oh, there's Tamala. Say hi to him. Hey. So happy you joined. We're making tacos, so I'm gonna let everyone get all of their stuff ready. We're starting to set up our kitchen area so we can get to cooking. So we're gonna come over here. Oh, Jesus. And first, we're going to be making our walnut meat, and this is the plant-based meat that we're gonna be using in our tacos. Super simple, super easy. Yeah, we'll start there, and then we're going to cut up our veggies and our beans and get those cooking with our onion and some cabbage and some really good toppings for the tacos. And it's really simple, honestly. It's like pretty simple ingredients. So I'm gonna wait a little bit longer and see if people are gonna hop on, but I'm so happy you guys are joining and excited to get cooking with you all. All right.
Tamala says Kendall's with her too.
Hey, Ken. I'm so happy you guys joined. I'm gonna start with the rice because that takes the longest. So I always start making my grains first because you want to make sure everything times up well enough so that everything's hot when you eat it. I've learned that you don't want cold food, so I'm gonna go ahead and do my rice. So I'm gonna do, and rice wasn't on the ingredients list, so if you don't have rice, that's fine. I'm just doing it because I like an extra ingredients in my tacos. I just also realized that normally burritos have rice and tacos don't normally have rice, but just something else. So I'm gonna do a cup. If you choose to do rice and you have it in your pantry, then you can do it if you want. I just did a cup of rice, and then I'm gonna do 2 cups of water.
Karley's got it all warm in here.
I always like to vibe out the place, like to have a clean space. Alright, so I'm just going to turn that on. Get that boiling. That's the wrong one. Okay. Rice is cooking, and we are going to start with our walnut meat. So over here.
Chase is on. Courtney's here.
Hey Courtney, hey Chase. Oh, so fun. How's everyone doing? Is everyone ready to cook? Getting all your supplies ready? I just also realized that it's 12 o'clock here, so tacos seem fitting for this time, but I think it's 9 o'clock your guys' time, so next time we'll do pancakes. I think we should do a breakfast for you. We can make these breakfast tacos, I guess. All right, and let me know if you guys can hear me or if the music is too loud at any point. Just shout out. My mom will read it to me and let me know, since I can't see the comments. Okay, so for the walnut meat, you want to make sure that you have raw walnuts, so unsalted. We're just going to do 2 cups of walnuts. Honestly, I think this is probably going to be all of it. And if you have a food processor, it's going to work best. You can try to do it in a blender, but if you do have a food processor, go ahead and get that out now, and you're going to do the walnut meat in that. But if you, like I said, if you have a blender, you can try it on the blender too. It should work. Alright, I'm just going to use all of that. Again, if you So these are raw, unsalted walnuts, but if you want to soak them overnight, it might be easier for you to digest. I always soak all my nuts and stuff, so that's super helpful. So this is a pretty easy recipe. We're going to just add a bunch of spices and some lemon. So I got inspired by this walnut meat recipe from Chef Bay. She's an awesome blogger and chef, and I follow her, so definitely check her out. I get a lot of my fun recipes from her. I just kind of, I eyeball it. I'm just gonna add in whatever I have. So that was chili powder. And smoked paprika is next. Just a couple dashes. You can get up a little closer so they can see. And then onion powder is gonna be next. And if you are one of those people who likes to measure everything out, because I know we have some of those people probably, I would do like 1/4 teaspoon, but I just kind of like to eyeball it. And then next up we have our garlic powder. And then lastly, we're gonna add our salt and pepper. And if I'm going too fast, let me know. I can slow down if you guys are like still getting situated and don't have all of your ingredients out. So I'm just adding some salt and pep. And then that's pretty much it for the spices. If you want to add cumin, you can add cumin's really good for Mexican food, or Tajin salt, anything else that you want to add in there, but I didn't have any of those spices, so I'm just using what I have. Usually if I'm making something, I just use whatever I have in my pantry already, and I don't stress out about not having an ingredient. Just getting creative with it. So next, add your lemon. If you have fresh lemon, that's gonna be best. It's really gonna make the walnut meat better, but if you have a lime, that works too. And then we ran out of lemons because we use them all in our lemon tea, so we're using this some fridge lemon.
Mom used all of her lemon. Sorry.
I think I'm gonna do like 2 tablespoons of lemon, or you can do I would say half a lemon if you have a real lemon. And once you have all those ingredients, just process it. Come up a little closer and show them what it looks like. You can see the texture is pretty like ground beef almost, which is really cool. And let's taste test it. You don't want to grind it up too much because you don't want it to be like really liquidy. You want it to be more like meaty. So yeah, that's pretty good. I think I'm gonna add a little bit more chili powder. It might be more lemon. You don't wanna put too much lemon though. Okay. Taste tester again, see what you think. Yeah, I think it's pretty good. So we're gonna transfer this back into here. Gives me a thumbs up if you guys are into the walnut meat, if you've tried it, if you're doing it right now. Or if you're too busy making it, you don't have to comment, but if you want to add some comments in there, my mom will read them to me and let me know.
If I can see them with these 60-year-old eyes. Courtney says I need to move to California. Lindsay's on. Hi, Manny.
For those of you jumping on, we're making breakfast tacos because it's, if you're in California time, it is probably still pretty early. Alright, so with these, you can keep them raw if you want, but I like to cook the walnut meat a little bit, so we'll do that in the end. So I'm gonna check on my rice, see how that's going. Still doing good. All right, next we're gonna move on to our beans and onions. So go ahead and grab for your beans. And you can use like regular beans, dried beans, but I find it easier also to just get canned, especially with times like this. Keeping it convenient is best. But if you did have dried beans, you would want to soak them overnight and then boil them for like a couple hours in salt. Usually takes like a full hour, but these are so easy. It's like, just open up your canned beans and you got it. Okay, that's all you gotta do. They do say it's healthier the other way around. Okay.
Chase says breakfast tacos sound good.
Alright, our rice is getting a little crazy. I'm just gonna lower that a little bit. Okay, so we have our beans, and I'm going to do caramelized onions because I love caramelized onions in my tacos. So we're gonna start to cut that up now if you have an onion. I feel like tacos are one of the easiest things you can make because you really just add whatever you want. If you have like essentials, if you want hot sauce on it, you can do guacamole, tomatoes, like the basics of Mexican tacos, but I really feel like you can add anything. Like I have butternut squash. Sometimes I put sweet potatoes and butternut squash. Mushrooms. You can make like a mushroom carnitas. So many possibilities. And when I cut my veggies, like there's really no rhyme or reason. I used to get really worried that I wasn't cutting things right. And then I just realized it's so much easier to like let go in the kitchen and just be meditative with it and not look up how to do everything and just use my intuition. But a key essential when I'm cooking, especially if I feel resistance, like, oh, I don't want to cook, I always set the mood. So I have sage burning, I have music playing, I always like light candles. So feel free to add in all that fun stuff. It really heightens your experience and makes it fun. Grab a partner. And I think these onions are going to start to make me cry. It's part of the fun, right? Ooh. Alright, I did half an onion, so that should be good. Oh my gosh! Is anybody else crying? Alright, I think that's good enough. Also, sometimes if you have a food processor, I just throw the onion and put it in the food processor. Super easy. Alright, so we have our beans cooking. Actually, beans are already cooked in the cans, so you just want to warm them up. So I put them on low, and I'll add some seasoning at the end. And I think my rice is pretty much done. Rice is, especially jasmine rice, is like really quick. Alright, we're gonna do onions on the cast iron. So go ahead and get out another pan if you have one. Cast irons are really great for cooking, and they're also, you get your daily iron in them too, or your iron intake just using the pan, which is cool. Great.
Brittany says, what about, Tamala says, what about wine?
That's right! I did say there was going to be wine.
And Courtney says, yes, wine at 9 a.m. Call time is perfectly okay.
Definitely get your wine in. Open that bottle. You should get Dad down here.
I don't know where he went.
You didn't want to be on video, I guess. That's awesome. Okay. So the onions are cooking. And onions take quite a while, so I turn them on high. You can't burn onions that quickly. So I like to use grapeseed oil, walnut oil, avocado oil, and a lot of like high smoke point oils, because if you use olive oil to saute, then it can release free radicals in your food. So look for high smoke point. This is grapeseed oil is like really, I like the flavor. It doesn't really have much of a flavor, but I just like to use it for all of my cooking. And I think the rice is done, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn it off. Make sure to check on your rice. You guys did that. All right, so we got the beans cooking, the onions cooking. I'm going to add seasoning to my beans. So I'm gonna do the same thing I did with the walnut.
What's that one, babe?
Chili.
Okay.
I'm gonna add a little bit of onion. I might use that. And some paprika. Smoked paprika if you have cumin. And salt and pepper. Spices make all the difference when you're making Mexican food. They really just bring the taste into the food. It's really cool. Spices go a long way. But yeah, we're using all whole ingredients. So I usually always have like my pantry items. I always have potatoes and onions, usually lemons, and avocados. Those are like my mains that I usually use in all my cooking, especially onions. But yeah, and rice, of course. Your bulk items, I do bulk grains, so that's good to have those on hand. And then we are going to, while that's cooking, chop our toppings, so our raw, more like the colder veggies on top. So if you have lettuce, you can do lettuce. If you have kale, you can use kale, but I'm gonna do cabbage because I like crunchy tacos. So I'm just going to get out the cabbage. And it's pretty much already cut up, but
It's in her little stasher bags.
oh yeah, I just bought my mom a ton of stasher bags. So if you're using plastic right now, this is gonna be like a huge game changer for you. It's an investment up front, and then you'll literally have them forever. I think that my food store is better. It saves, or it makes the food fresh for like a whole week, especially with herbs and stuff that go bad, or like even berries. So stasher bags are huge. I get like 3 or 4 of the XLs, and then I'll get, I think I order like 4 of the medium ones. So stasher bags also, you can use them. You can put them in the freezer, in the fridge. You can cook in, you can put them in the microwave, in the oven. Like there's just so much you can do with them. I think they're very worth the investment, and then you never have to use plastic again, and we're saving the earth, so
Yay.
that's a good thing. Mother Earth appreciates it. Alright, things are cooking. So I have my cabbage ready. This is a green onion. And I love green onions. I love putting it as toppers and like the garnishes. You can use this end and this end.
Okay, this is a mama question. Someone asked if they could do, oh wait, here I'll push the button. Okay. They wanted to join the meeting.
Oh yeah. Hello. Welcome. We're cooking tacos. Okay, so
Oh, I actually didn't mean to push that on. I don't know who I said it. So.
oh, someone joined live.
Okay.
That's pretty cool that you can do that though. Like if I'm cooking with someone else, they can be live while I'm live.
We ordered the stasher bags on Amazon, right, Karley?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazon. You can also Google them and get them on the actual Stash Your Bag site. And we also got beeswax for instead of like plastic coverings, like if you make a pie or anything really and you cover it with plastic, we got beeswax and it biodegrades. It's biodegradable, so it'll also be really good. Okay, things are cooking over here. Okay. I'm gonna turn down the beans because they're pretty much already cooked from the can. So I actually just turned them off. And the onions are doing well.
Starting to smell good in here.
Yeah. Look at this. I'm actually going to add the onions to my, oh, this is heavy, to my beans so that I can cook my tortillas.
Joey's on. Hi, Joey.
Oh my gosh, that was so heavy.
Heavy, yeah.
I can't believe I just did that. All right, I'm gonna mix in the beans and onions together. You can keep them separate if you want, but I needed my pan for the tortillas. If you have store-bought tortillas, you can use those. I also like to make tortillas, and I can just send the recipe to anyone who wants it, but it's really just my dad speaking his head around. Hey, Dad.
Hi, Al.
Hi. Hey guys, go to the store.
So, but yeah, if you want
That's
to
all.
make homemade
Really.
tortillas, then you can use like chickpea flour, tapioca flour, and water. It's literally 3 ingredients. It's super simple. So, but today I'm going to use my favorite brand, which is my Siete brand cashew flour. So everything we're making is vegan, gluten-free, plant-based. Really good. So go ahead and grab your tortillas now from your fridge if you have them, or if you want to make the homemade ones, you can do that now too if you have the tapioca flour and the chickpea flour on hand. If by chance you do, so I'm just gonna add my tortillas to my cast iron, and you can oil it, make sure it doesn't stick, but that'll take like 2 seconds. And I think we pretty much have everything cut up that we need. And, oh, the walnut meat. I'm going to go ahead and heat mine up. So if you have your walnut meat, you can add it. And nuts, if you've noticed, like if you've made a granola before, or if you've toasted nuts on the stovetop, nuts can burn actually really quickly. So with walnuts, you want to make sure that you just do it for like a minute. So I'm going to turn that on.
Lindsay wants to know how you make walnut meat for those who missed it.
Okay, so you take 2 cups of walnuts and you put it in your food processor or your blender, and then you add whatever spices you have. So I think I did garlic powder, onion powder, salt and pepper, paprika, cumin, chili powder, so all of like the Mexican spices that really flavor the walnuts. And then you can add like even garlic, like a full clove of garlic in there if you like garlic in your meat. But it's gonna taste like Mexican walnutty, so it's not gonna taste like ground beef, but the idea is that it still tastes amazing, and it's just a different way to do it. So this is pretty much cooked. This is cooked. My rice is done. My walnut meat is heating up just for a little bit, and then lastly, we're going to make some sauce, or like some cilantro lime sauce for the top of it. If you have guac, you can use that. We ran out of guac yesterday, so but definitely like get some guac going, and some salsa. If you have like tomatoes at home, fresh tomatoes, you can cut those up. But I just had, canned salsa already in the fridge, so yeah, it's pretty simple. So if you have a veganaise, or I'm trying to think, like if you have any kind of like coconut meat or even coconut milk, you could make some kind of Veganese saucing dip. But I'm just going to show you how to do it so that in the future, if you want to get this is like always a staple in my fridge, that it's how easy it is to make anything, any sauce with it. Okay, so
Chase loves these tacos. These taco brand tortillas. I mean,
the tortillas.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are the best. We're done with our rice. All right. So everything's pretty much done. I'm actually going to cover up. I'm going to cover everything up. Like I said in the beginning, we want to make sure everything's pretty warm still.
Sarah says hi.
Hi. Thanks for joining. We're cooking up a storm. You want to bring it closer and show what we're cooking. So we have our beans and our onions. Oh, I found a hair. Definitely don't want that in there. I lost it and I'm scared.
No, it went down.
Okay. No, it's right here. This is like my worst nightmare. Okay. So we're gonna cover everything, and the walnut meat should be pretty much warm by now. So I'm gonna turn it off, and I'm just also gonna cover it. Just keep it warm. And then I'm gonna flip the tortillas. And then yeah, show you guys how to make the sauce or guac or whatever you want to dollop on there. Alright, so for the veganese, I just do like a scoop or two. And then you're going to add cilantro. You can also just add your cilantro on top.
I do love these stasher bags Karley ordered for me. They're awesome at keeping those vegetables fresh.
The music left.
Yeah.
Oh, we're doing great on time. It's only 12:28. We definitely, after we make these, can drink our wine together. Maybe our tacos together. Alright, so I'm just cutting up cilantro. And I'm gonna add it to my veganese. Again, like I said, if you have vegan cream cheese, if you have coconut milk, the coconut milk and cans separate, so you can just grab the top. But of course, if you do that, it's gonna be a little bit sweeter. The veganese is really nice. It's pretty clean ingredients, definitely better than regular mayo. So I'm just gonna add some water to this. So as you can see, we're kind of making a crema sauce. I'm gonna add some salt and pepper. I'm gonna do a generous amount of salt and pepper when you're making sauces, because it just like brightens the flavor. And then we're gonna add the lime. I wish I had fresh lime, but this will do. And then that's really it. And you're just gonna like, it's a little liquidy. I'm gonna add another scoop of veganese. Make it a little thicker. Okay. All right, how's everyone doing? Does everyone have most of it cooked? Let me know if you need more time before we start to create the taco. Got my salsa ready.
I don't know if anybody's cooking.
And hot sauce. And nutritional yeast is also another great vegan cheese. It kind of gives it that like cheesy flavor. So you can get nutritional yeast anywhere, but got B vitamins and it's really nutritious, so you can add it on top of your tacos as well. All right, I think I burnt something. Oh, no, we're good. Okay.
Chase is ready.
Yay! All right, so we have our tacos, and actually with these, since I cooked them, because you can eat them raw and they like fold kind of like soft tacos, but I made hard shell tacos. You want to kind of start to fold while it's hot. Don't burn yourself, obviously, but yeah, see, this is gonna break. Ah, that's okay. We'll make it work. You could even make this like a salad. You could put like all your ingredients on top and put fresh lettuce. You get like a really nice salad. So we're gonna build our taco. And I always like to start with rice and beans on the bottom. So I'm gonna add the rice. The bottom.
It's really cool how you bend the taco up.
I know, I should have explained that before because this one broke. That's okay.
Yeah.
We'll use this for nachos or something. All right.
New people joined, but I don't know who that is. Hi.
Welcome,
Welcome
everyone.
to Indiana.
Yeah, we're making tacos in Indy. And next we're going to add our onions and beans. So I'm going to come up close. So you can just keep it on the food. So we're going to add a good spoonful. Nice. And then lastly, we're going to add our walnut meat. And then, again, if you have lettuce, you can add your lettuce. I'm going to add cabbage. And then my onions, my green onions. And then some sauce. I'm going to taste test it first. But yeah. Okay. Pretty much have everything except, of course, I know Chase is gonna like this, hot sauce. Add hot sauce to everything in your life will be better. So I'm gonna add some drops of hot sauce. And if you wanna add salsa, you can too. So as you can see, this is super easy. Tacos are like a go-to. If you really don't know what to make tacos. So simple. So that is our taco. You want me to close up, Mom?
Yeah.
Oh, it broke.
Oh, yeah.
That happens.
Yeah. Courtney said it looks great, though.
And then I'm going to do the same thing, but with a fresh one that's not gonna break. So we're gonna add everything again. All right. Jasmine rice is like my favorite rice. I love brown rice, but there's something about jasmine rice, you know. It's like nice and sticky. And it just goes well in all recipes. I'm kind of a messy cook. I like to just throw it together.
Tamala says yummy.
So, yeah.
They are so yummy.
All right, let's get our wine and sit outside and eat our tacos. You can have the good one. Woo.
I like it crunchy. I'll have the one that broke.
Almost forgot the nutrition. Let's get some wine. Is anybody else drinking wine right now?
We wish we could deliver. In better times, we could. I think this is Doug.
Doug?
I think so. Music City, right?
Yeah.
Hi, Doug.
Hey, Doug. What's up? Where'd Doug put the wine?
Honestly, I think he drank it all. You might have to open a new one.
Is this a good one? Is this fine?
Yeah, that's fine.
Nothing wrong with a little morning wine. So what's everyone up to today? Put in the comments, what are you doing? How are you staying sane and taking care of yourself? Do you know that thing?
Yeah, it's over there in the cabinet. Chase says nutritional yeast. I had it has a cheese flavor.
Yes, that is true.
Can I put Bailey's in my coffee for my taco breakfast? Awesome, down there, sweetie.
Yeah.
Mimosas
For sure.
mimosas for the West Coast.
Ooh.
Chase said.
How do I use this?
Yeah. You got it on there? Hold the bottle. Here, I'll let you hold this.
Okay, Mom's gonna show me because clearly I need some practice.
Oh, gosh.
Yay, Mom!
Good,
Staying sane by cooking and drinking with you, Karley. That's awesome.
Here we go.
Happy to be doing this with you.
She's keeping me sane.
All right.